Hello friends, welcome to the class of science, and this is the video in continuation with the 7th chapter of science second, that is introduction to microbiology. Up till now we have seen the production of yogurt and cheese. Now here we'll see the next use of microbes, that is probiotics. Now what is meant by probiotics? Probiotics are the active bacteria. Example of these are Lactobacillus. I hope you may be repeating after me in your mind. Lactobacillus, Acidophilus, Lactobacillus casei, then Bifidobacterium bifidum. So these are some of the names of probiotics. So these are the active bacteria which maintains the microbes which are present in the digestive system of our body, that is alimentary canal. So they increase the bacteria which help us for digestion process, and they destroy the bacteria which are harmful like Clostridium. The next use of this probiotic is that when in some particular diseases we have given the medical treatment of antibiotics, because of the antibiotics our some good bacteria in our body are becoming inactive. So to make this bacteria active, we can use the probiotics. Now how can we consume these probiotics so that it will be beneficial for us? So various these products are there. These are called as probiotic products, and if we can get these products in the market, and if we take these products which contain the probiotics, then they will be helping for us. And so these are yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, dark chocolate, miso soup, pickles, various oils are there, corn syrups are there, artificial sweeteners are there, then seafood like spirulina and chlorella. They also contain these probiotics, and these probiotics are also used in the treatment of diarrhea for the human being, and also for the poultry, whatever the diseases are there for the hens or cocks, they are also corrected or cured with the help of these probiotics. Now these bacteria, why they are consumed by us, or how they are working in our body. So they are forming the colonies of bacteria, and they inactivate the harmful bacteria or destroy them. They lower down the ill effects of those harmful bacteria by multiplying themselves very fast, and so they control the metabolic activities of these harmful bacteria, and so these probiotics are proved to be very helpful for us to increase our metabolic activities and the digestion process also. We'll see in the bakery products also these microbes are used. For example, yeast. The name of yeast, microbiological name we can say Saccharomyces cerevisiae. So this yeast is added to the flour, and the dough is prepared. So carbon dioxide and ethanol is produced. Carbon dioxide makes the food product after fermentation very fluffy or spongy, and ethanol gives the particular taste to the food items like bread. So this yeast is used, which is also the microbe. And along with this, now particularly in the bakery industry, yeast is used, which is available in the market in the form of compressed yeast, which contains many nutrients along with it, along with the microbes, and therefore it can be used in the bakery industry on a large scale. The next use of microbes we'll see, that is the production of vinegar. Vinegar is used as preservative, and it is also used in various food items to impart sourness to the food items. So here the lengthy process of production of vinegar is there. Here if we see, first of all the fermentation process of carbon compounds like fruit juices are there, or starch is there, or sugar molasses, that is done, and ethanol is produced. Here the yeast is helping for this fermentation, that is Saccharomyces cerevisiae. Then ethanol is produced. This ethanol, then it undergoes microbial degradation. For that purpose, the mixture of acetobacter and gluconobacter is added to the ethanol, and it gets converted to acetic acid. This acetic acid, and along with that byproducts are also there. Acetic acid is separated by the process of rarefaction. Rarefaction means the mixture contains the froth. The froth is made, and that froth is separated, which is acetic acid. Then the color of the acetic acid is improved by adding potassium ferrocyanide, means bleaching of this acetic acid is done. And after that, to prepare the vinegar, this sulfur dioxide gas is, little quantity of sulfur dioxide is added to it. Now here we can see what is vinegar. Vinegar is nothing but 4% acetic acid, that is we can say eatable acid is there, and its formula is CH3COOH. Soya sauce is prepared with the help of fungus aspergillus. Next video we'll see the microbial enzymes. What are the microbial enzymes? Instead of chemical enzymes, microbial enzymes are used in the industry. Let's see how they are used. So how microbes are used as enzymes, that we'll see in the next video.
Microbial enzymes are used in chemical industry. These enzymes are active at low temperature, pH and pressure, due to which energy is saved and erosion-proof instruments are also not necessary. Enzymes carry out specific processes. Hence, unnecessary byproducts are not formed, due to which expenses on purification are minimized. In case of microbial enzymatic reactions, elimination and decomposition of waste material is avoided and enzymes can be reused. Hence, such enzymes are eco-friendly. Some examples of microbial enzymes are oxidoreductases, transferases, hydrolases, lyases, isomerases, ligases, etc. Process of dirt or muck removal occurs at low temperature due to mixing of enzymes with detergents. Glucose and fructose syrup can be obtained from corn flour by action of enzymes obtained from bacilli and streptomyces. Microbial enzymes are used in various industries like cheese, plant extracts, textile, leather, paper, etc.